Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Chill Talks podcast where conversations happen. I am your host, PJ, and it's been a while. It's been a few weeks since the last episode, and frankly, I have been busy with work. I have been busy with personal stuff, and parang nakita ko sa sarili ko na ah, I was I was too tired. Parang I did not put much effort in making episodes or engaging in interviews as much, but I figured this is the right time to talk about this topic. Kasi as I have experienced, or most of you have experienced din habang lumalaki or while going through the course of school life, college life, work life, or even adult life, ang lagi nating naririnig na sinasabi ng mga kasama natin na walang personalan. Negosyo lang or walang personalan, trabaho lang. And it's been used multiple times in TVs, movies, or even in daily conversations with other people. And I just realized something that most of us, pag sinabing wala kasing personalan, ang iniisip lang natin ay wag kang mapikon, wag mong masamain yung sinasabi ng ibang tao. But still, we're still affected because that's how humans are hardwired. Lahat tayo ay naka-hardwired magbigay ng feedback, magbigay ng reaction kapag nakarinig tayo ng bagay na hindi kaaya-aya para sa atin. Lahat tayo ay tao na kung saan if we hear something hurtful towards us, we are hurt, we are offended, we are insulted. And at the same time, that's why we take things personally, because if we feel that they are a personal attack on us, we are affected. But at the same time, kaya nga parang sinasabing it's very contradictory na walang personalan pero yung mga sinasabi sa atin ay very personal. So how can we really define if we are taking things personally? So there are countless articles, there are countless Google searches that just search mo lang, why are we affected personally? So lahat yun nandun, and this episode won't revolve around that, but just a brief explanation kung bakit nga ba tayo naapektuhan. Maybe some of the things that we are hearing aligns with our experiences. That's why we are easily offended. That's why we are easily affected, or bakit natin pinepersonal ang mga nakikita or naririnig natin. If it doesn't align with our personal experiences, most of the time we don't take it personally. Another one is that we take things personally if it is involving people that we know, that either we disagree with or either we agree with. So parang it involves with our people biases. Na if someone is speaking with sense or speaking with logical facts, but at the same time ayaw natin yung taong yun, no matter how good or sensible their argument is, nahahanapan pa rin natin siya ng butas, or parang we take offense of it kasi nga we don't like the person. This is very common amongst all of us. Even I was guilty of this trait na dahil ayaw ko lang dun sa isang tao, or I don't approve much of this person, no matter how sensible the statement is, parang I'm still not convinced. But if other people will say it, then parang nagiging okay. So at first I find it amusing, but as time goes on, it's very toxic, kung tutusin. And another thing that you can determine whether or not you are easily affected by how people treat you or how people say things towards you is that if you are if you are always relating what they say to your experiences, even though minsan hindi related yung sinasabi nila sa'yo, parang talagang you take it as patama sa'yo kahit hindi naman ikaw yung pinapatamaan. That's why madami natin sinasabi na bato-bato sa langit ang matamaan, huwag pagalit. Kasi nga pag ikaw yung natamaan, you attracted na ikaw yung tamaan eh. If someone says na, uy, ang pangit ng ganitong ugali, iisipin mo that is a personal attack on you. But that person was just pointing out na mali yung ginawa mo. That's hence with my third point kung bakit natin tinitake things personally is that we cannot separate, or it's hard for us to separate our emotional capacity and our intellectual capacity. Ano ibig sabihin nito? If we are given informations, for example, nag-discuss or nagbigay ng ganitong information about certain people or certain events, tapos ang response mo is emotional, then mostly that is a sign that you are taking things personally. Halimbawa, I remember this event in my childhood na kung saan my mom, inutusan niya lang ako maghugas or inutusan niya lang akong linisan yung kwarto ko, inutusan niya lang ako mag-ayos. And I took it personally. Parang nagalit ako dun. And looking back, na-realize ko na I reacted emotionally to something that was given to me rationally. Kasi ang pagbibigay ng instructions, which is, I will discuss it later on, pagbigay ng instructions, which is paglinis ng kwarto, paglinis ng sarili, pag-ayos ng sarili, those are just informations na binibigay sa akin. But I responded to it emotionally. So that is another reason or another factor why we take things personally, or that is also a sign that if you are reacting emotionally to almost every information na nakukuha mo, then that is a higher chance. There is a higher chance that you may be taking things personally too much, and we have to do something about that. And this is the content of this episode talaga. Na how can we not take things personally? Bakit? Walang personalan talaga. Kasi I've been doing this structure in understanding communication for a few months, a few weeks now. Actually, mas ngayon ko lang siya na-appreciate, but I discovered this I think last year lang, is that in general, there are only 3 factors kung bakit daw ang tao nag-e-express ng kanilang sarili. This is, people are either discussing, people are either feedbacking or complaining, or people are advocating towards something. Those are just the 3 main categories on why people speak. And it is very important in understanding that kasi you will realize that most of the time, or all of the time, it is not about you. So isa-isahin natin so that we can get clarification to each different categories of discussing, feedbacking, or complaining, as well as advocating for something. Kasi each and every one of those categories may mga different specifics din, so that in order for us to be more aware on how people speak and how people communicate. The first one is that discussing. Pagdating sa discussing daw, discussing is a form of expression by using information. So, anong mga nakalaan dito? So, the first one is obviously discussing. If you're talking about an idea, talking about a mindset, talking about certain information, if you're discussing about a topic that you're really in love with, you're discussing about information that you are passionate with, or you are discussing information that is aligned with current events, anything, so long as it is talking about an information. Same goes sa storytelling, na nagkikwento tayo. Those are just expressing stories through using information. Another one is yung ginamit kong example kanina kay mother ko, is that in giving instructions is also a form of sharing or discussing information. Another one is also reminding, giving reminders on what to do next or what to be careful of, mga ganun siya. Madami pa actually yan eh. Madami pa actually yan, because human beings are so complex, but when it comes to discussing, expressing our informations, madami talagang factors. Another thing na naalala ko ulit is clarification. If you want to clarify about something, if you want to add on about something, most of us do that. Kaya tayo nagtatanong minsan because we wanted to be clarified about something. Kaya nagkakaroon minsan ng conflict of communication kasi one person is just asking for clarification. But again, if you take it personally or if you take it as an attack, you will respond emotionally and thus causing conflict again. Na humihingi ng clarification ng isang tao but as the receiver, ang tingin mo doon ay parang kini-question yung authority mo, kini-question yung integrity mo, binabastos ka, then magkakaroon ng conflict doon. Kasi when a person is giving informational feedback or informational discussion and you respond with your own emotional responses, hindi nag-align yung gustong mangyaring level of communication na gusto natin. Instead of having the clarifications of the information, minsan you end up justifying kung bakit mo tinatanong yun, thus leading to different levels of conflict. That is one of the consequences of that. Okay, so that's for the discussing part. If you discuss about something, you talk about it in a very rational way because, again, we're talking about we're talking about information. Mostly, informations are given in a very neutral tone, a very rationalistic approach because most of us would understand information that way. So the second one is feedbacking or complaining. So mostly ang feedbacking or complaining daw pertains to reactionary behaviors ng tao. Let's say, if you see something beautiful, you compliment it. If you see something worth praising about, you praise about it. If you see something that's bad, you give feedback. Parang nga, hence the word complain, nagrereklamo tayo. Which is one of the most favorite things na gawain ng mga tao is to complain. Biologically daw, psychologically, it releases serotonin. I forgot if it's serotonin or dopamine. Na kapag nagrereklamo ka, it releases those kinds of chemicals. Parang mas nakaka-relax pa daw magreklamo kumpara sa gumalaw ka talaga. So to speak, ganun yung nangyari. So, yun nga, when it comes to complaining or feedbacking, this is pertaining for us. Mostly reactionary lang naman talaga ito. If we complain, we give feedback, we compliment. Mostly the way we behave on a situation kung saan we are giving our initial reactions. That's why reactionary siya. So parang I'm just repeating myself, but this is ways para mas maintindihan natin kung bakit ganun gumagalaw ang mga tao. Kaya sometimes, if a person is giving feedback, kaya rin nagkakaroon ng conflict is that if people are giving reactionary behaviors without the additional information or without the additional rationality, for example, nagreklamo ka lang ng ganito, nagbigay ka ng criticism about this one, but hindi ka nagbigay ng ways to improve or ways na parang makitaan ng potential for growth, then ang tawag dyan ay umutot ka lang. Umutot ka lang na kung saan nagsabi ka lang ng ganito, nagsabi ka lang ng mga gusto mong sabihin na negative without proving or without giving enhancements towards those complaints na sinasabi mo. Kaya, yan, utot lang ang tawag doon. Because if you are giving feedback about something, you can explain why you are having that kind of feedback so that most people can understand why did you behave that way. Okay, parang it's adding clarification to your reaction. But sometimes we have to be very careful about this kasi pag hindi naging maayos on paano mo to sinabi, you will come out as a defensive person na parang ang taas ng pride mo na lahat na lang gina-justify mo. Parang in Bicol terms, ang tawag dyan, marasunon ka. Dami mong rason, dami mong dahilan. So parang, yun. So that's why whether if you compliment about something, you be specific on what you're complimenting about. If you're complaining about something, what is it you're complaining about and how can it be improved or maybe changed in the near future. So that, hindi ka lang umuutot when it comes to that. And the last one is we have what we call advocating. So advocating is mostly more on promoting towards something. It's either you promote positive behaviors, you promote negative behaviors. So long as pagdating sa promoting is that you push people to act towards something. That's why in promoting, dito napapasok yung may nagsasalita ka for the sake na gusto mo magsalita. Another one is that you're encouraging someone for better or for worse. Na-encourage mo isang tao na tulungan ang sarili niya. But sometimes, most people din, in-encourage ang ibang tao na to do something destructive, to do something negative. Either way, either positive or negative, people will always advocate for things na gusto nilang mangyari sa buhay nila or yung gusto nilang makita na ginagawa ng tao sa buhay nila. That's why we advocate for change. We advocate for ganito. We advocate for specific things that we know would benefit us and at the same time would benefit the people who are important about us or who are important to us. So that's why we advocate for things. So as before we proceed, if you can recall, walang isang factor doon sa discuss, complain, or feedbacking and advocate. None of those things mentioned about you or me. Because discuss, advocate, and complain are just the reasons. Yun ang dahilan kung bakit nagsasalita ang isang tao. Yun ang dahilan kung bakit sila nag-express ng sarili nila. And none of those categories mentioned your name, mentioned my name, and mentioned you as a person. Because most of us initiate our conversations with the purpose para sa sarili natin and not because of other people. How do I explain this? Let's say galit ka sa isang tao or galit sa iyo ang isang tao and parang nilait ka nila. If you think about it most of the time, ay, pinipersonal ka kasi ay nagsasalita siya ng masasamang bagay sa'yo. But it's not like that. That person na may galit sa'yo, nagsasalita ng mga negative things about sa'yo because ang purpose ng person na yun is to discuss or to advocate for you to be affected ng sinasabi niya. You're just a catalyst pero you're not the sole purpose kung bakit nagsasalita yung taong yun. So it is not about you. It is still about them. It's still about the other person. So why would you take things personally? Why would you take it personally? I just realized na if you can understand why people or the reason people speak or the reason people behave can help you more be chill or be more laid back and not get easily affected by what they are saying. Kaya nga napadali siya, it's either you discuss, complain, or advocate. Because if someone is complaining, ang response dyan is that you respond with discuss. You discuss with you discuss emotions with rationality. Or sometimes, if someone is complaining or someone is grieving, someone is sad, hindi angkop ang rationality dun. It involves emotion. So it's either you can just sit there and listen to them, make your presence felt. So you can respond if you can understand the reasons why people behave that way. And when it comes to advocating naman, if someone is naninira ng ibang tao sa harap mo or may mga tao na parang ini-encourage ka to do something, ang best response dyan is, again, clarification of the information. Because if people want you to do something or wants you to act upon something, gagamitin nila yung emotion mo para gawin mo yun. Halimbawa, if you want to advocate for change, ini-entice mo yung emotions ng mga tao. That's why mas madaling mapasunod ang mga tao na either super saya, either super galit. Kasi nga, minsan, emotions clouds our rationality. That's why the best way to respond to that is you clarify the information na nare-receive mo so that you can act accordingly. And again, it is not about you. It is still about them. Kasi I remembered something in my life before na someone called me hurtful words na dinala ko siya for so many years. And one day, nagkita kami ng taong yun and inopen ko sa kanya, uy, naalala mo ba yung sinabi mo sa akin ng ganitong panahon? And that person forgot. I think this anecdote was also shared by different many people, and for sure you have experienced that kind of experience story as well. Kasi we take things into heart, but sometimes kung sino yung nagsalita noon, hindi nila yun hindi nila yun naalala. Kasi nasabi ko na yan, matagal na yan. So yun yung nangyayari. Remember, it's not about you. It's about them. And by understanding that, it allows us to not take things personally. So the question is, ano ang kailangan natin personalin? Kasi in this world, there's always things na kailangan natin personalin. And it's not what others think of us, and it's not what others says about us. Ang kailangan natin personalin is that kung ano ang lumalabas sa atin. What comes out of our mouth, what comes out of our actions, yun ang dapat nating personalin. People who do not take things personally on how they speak and how they act, most of the time, walang accountability towards their own action. That's why if they said something, if they did something, they will either pass the blame to others, gagawin nila ang lahat, except to acknowledge that they made a mistake on what they said or on how they acted, because they do not take their own actions personally. But we take others' words, others' action personally. But why can't we take bakit di natin kayang personalin ang gawa natin, pero pinepersonal natin yung gawa ng iba sa atin? Simple. It's easier to take things personally than making it personal with our actions. Mas madaling personalin ang sinasabi ng ibang tao kaysa naman sa pepersonalin mo kung ano yung sasabihin mo. Kasi if you think or if you say about something na pinersonalize mo siya, naging personal sa yung mga sinasabi mo, you know in your heart that you are responsible for what you have said. You're responsible for what you have said or how you behaved. And most people can't handle that kind of responsibility. So how do we make things personal para sa atin? Best exercise na natutunan ko or na ginagamit ko that makes communication so much easier, na nagugulat ako na most of us are not doing it kasi I was not doing it before, is that when we are speaking, when we are speaking, we express kung bakit natin sinasabi, kung bakit tayo nagsasalita. I'll give an example so that it becomes easier. Halimbawa, if you want to clarify about something, don't just ask the question directly. Start with the purpose kung bakit ka magsasalita. Example, clarify ko lang yung sinasabi mo. So, ganito ba yung kailangan natin gawin? Or better yet, if you want to argue about something, I see your point sa ganitong sinasabi mo and I want to express an argument towards that. Another one na ginagamit most of the time is that if you are bothered by what someone has said, I understand where you're coming from, or maybe ang usual na ginagamit doon is that I'm sure you're not aware, or this is for additional information na I was bothered na this is how you think, kasi may mga tao na naapektuhan ng mga sinasabi mo. Yung tipong it helps so much how expressing the purpose of how you speak or why you speak removes miscommunication almost 70 to 80%. Kasi if you just ask the question, bigla ka lang nagtanong sa sinabi nila without expressing na ang gusto mo lang pala clarification, we can see why most people will see it as a personal attack. Or sometimes when we just say random solutions na hindi naman tayo hinihinga ng solutions ng tao kapag umiiyak, nagbe-breakdown, tapos ang ginagawa natin, nagbibigay lang tayo ng solutions. Sometimes, again, conflict rises from that. So it really helps if you can state the purpose on why you are speaking. Hence, that's why we make it personal kung anong lumalabas sa bibig natin, because the purpose on why we speak ay manggagaling din sa atin. If you want to clarify, if you want to criticize, if you want to argue, if you want to complain, if we want to compliment about something, we express the reason. Halimbawa, purihin ko lang ha, ang ganda ng ginawa mong ganito. Praise ko lang or compliment ko lang ito. Pero sometimes yun nga, at first, if you're practicing this, parang you're so hyper-aware, nakikringe ka. But believe me again, it's not about you. You're just making your actions more, you're just making your actions more noticeable to yourself. Mas nagiging aware ka sa ginagawa mo, and that's a good thing. Diba? So yun, it allows us to take accountability on our actions. And if we did something wrong, we can acknowledge it easily, and we can easily find ways to improve about that instead of complaining or instead of arguing. You state the reason. Why are we having this discussion? Why are we having this disagreement? Ano yung pwede nating patunguhan towards this? It may sound simple. It really is. It really sounds simple. It really sounds simple because it is simple. It is only complicated because of us. As human beings, we are complicated. We're emotional. Sometimes we are irrational if we are emotional. And that's life. That is life. Life is full of unpredictability, and that's what makes it very fun. And at the same time naman, this structure in this episode can also allow us to have a roadmap. Na kahit, even though life is complicated, people are complicated, by having a certain roadmaps on understanding others, allows us to travel more at peace instead of seeing everything as potential for conflict. That's why I encourage you, dear listeners, to take your actions personally. Make your words, make your thoughts, and make your actions personal, so that most of the things that you will said are your responsibility, and mas nagiging maingat tayo on how we communicate with others. And remember, it is not about you. The moment you make it about you, you shut off any opportunities in understanding others. Make your actions about you. But that came out wrong. Make your actions close to your heart, and understanding others close to your mind. This is a bit hard to do, especially if you're an emotional person. But this is a great structure for us to understand others more, and to make us more aware of ourselves as well. So with that, thank you so much for listening. And for sure, there are so many clarifications in this episode, and I will be happy to add another episode related to this. So please, give your comments down below, and I highly appreciate the feedbacks na nakukuha ko in most of my episodes na nagko-comment kayo. Okay, so with that said, I am your host, PJ, and there will be a part 2 to this, kasi this is a very special episode and very dear to my heart. And I will see you all on the next one. Be safe, take care, and yun lang. Bye-bye.